Have some spare food or coin? Anything else? Have some spare...
I didn't mean to be a bother. I'm really sorry. Oh, all right, I promise. I promise.
What do you want? Who are you?
There. You're going to feel better soon. I'm just trying to help you. You'll get better soon, you'll see. Just try to calm down. Calm down. Don't be scared. It's just medicine. It'll help ease your pain before long.
My skin! It's burning! It hurt! It hurts so much! Leave me! Those cursed scales! Don't touch me! Please don't touch me! No! I'm so scared!
Do you need something? Are you in pain? I'll do all I can to help, but I need to warn you that our supplies are quite limited. Here, take this. I hope it helps. Unfortunately, that's all I can give you. We have to make sure there's enough for everyone in need. Well, actually, the hospital is run by Camelot. I'm just an apprentice to Neonte, the priestess of the All-Mother here in Kunot. But the healer from Camelot is dead, and Neonte spends most of her time at Lord Yvain's manor. So, it seems I'm on my own. Camelot treats this place like a field hospital. To them, it's temporary, though I suppose that's their outlook on all of Kunot right now. The legate says Camelot simply can't spare anyone else. According to him, one priestess and her apprentice should suffice. And yet, his soldiers are the ones who are supposed to get priority. Even if they only have a blister, I'm required to treat them before a local with a broken leg. Oh, she thinks I have everything well in hand. As if she doesn't notice it, all falling apart. I know I should feel flattered by her trust. But honestly, I'm just exhausted. I'm not even a priestess. The only training I've had is what she's given me. Ever since Lady May fell ill and died, Neonte's barely been here. She just sits by her grave, truth be told. I'm a bit worried about her. Even when she does come by, she seems absent. And I don't... It is. It really is. The hospital's barely holding on. Camelot pays us a pittance for treating their soldiers. And the villagers just pay with what they can. But I can't make medicine with eggs and chickens. And even if I could, I don't have the time. Some days, I dream that someone will swoop in and take it all off my hands. Ideally, it would be Niante, but I'm not sure I can count on her anymore. Still, maybe it's worth a try. There is a patient who won't let me treat him. His name's Wilbur, and he's a difficult case. Most of what ails him is just old age. Some days he's clear-headed, but those are becoming fewer and farther between. Lately, he won't let me touch him. He yells at me, claiming I'm keeping him here by force, away from his family. He's even stopped eating and refuses to take his medicine. Honestly, I'm at my wit's end. I don't know how to help him anymore without scaring him even more. All of Connacht knows that I was marked by the weirdness. It's not as bad as people make it out to be, but some are superstitious. They believe I bring bad luck. When Niante took me in, there were a lot of whispers, though it got better once I started working in the hospital. Weirdness or not, at least they have a healer. But I'm afraid that, in Wilbur's head, I've become some monstrous figure, keeping him prisoner. You can try, if you'd like. Maybe he'll trust you more than he trusts me. Just, please, be gentle with him. He's been through enough already. Weakness from age. I'm afraid that's something none of us can escape. But even as we grow old, our strength can still be nurtured with care. This herbal brew strengthens the body and clears the mind, but only when used regularly, alongside proper effort, exercising both the mind and body. Here, take the recipe. If your friend seeks a quick fix, this won't satisfy him. True strength comes from consistency, not shortcuts. Please, remind him of that.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Have you come to offer aid, or do you stand among the wounded? If so, do not let fear grip your heart. Your time will come. Trust the will of the word, and you shall shine. I am but an empty vessel, yearning to be filled with the sacred joy of the word. Now I am perfectly blank and naked. Alone I lie in this cold place, silently watching, patiently waiting. But soon, all shall be perfectly splendid. I have been marked, a gift given to me so that I may pass it on. Tell me, do you wish to become a hollow shell, an obedient corpse, able to hear the voice of the one who guides us to the final act? It is a path, one you will walk, guided by the one who bestowed upon me the grace of hollowness. I have received my task, to wait and pass the gift along. I understand. If you choose to walk this path, know that I shall be here, waiting. I have been waiting. handful of Camelot soldiers. Yeah, it was then. So it is decided. This brings me great joy, sister. It will take but a moment. You will feel no pain. Now, go to the place where I first set foot on this path. There, you will find the one who shall become your shepherd. Soon, you will be reborn.
Have some spare food or coin? Anything else?
You're helping that jailer with the weird face, are you? Might as well throw me in the stocks then. I ain't going down peaceful, that's for sure. I want to go to my family. What am I talking about? Everyone treats me like some old fool who doesn't know what he's talking about. I can see what everyone around me is plotting. I'll remember all of this. You hear me? To me, this is a prison. And the worst kind at that. Even prisoners of war get better treatment. At least they don't have mutants poking at them. That damn weird spawn girl. I'll only speak to my family. And if you're planning to see them, tell them to come here and knock some sense into that girl. Maybe they will manage to get me out of this place. They should have come a long time ago. Lazy fools, dragging their feet. They live in the lower district. I'll go to them, but that cursed wench won't let me leave. Bollocks. There's been no Red Death since King Arthur's times. I bet she's the one who filled your head with all that nonsense, eh? Don't listen to her. You can tell right away that nothing good comes from her. Good folk don't end up twisted like she is.
I've...
Show the horse! Move out! Ding ding! Carries the sound! Carries through the stones! Through the bones! Creak! 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 The bones of the crones! Creak! Creak! Crunch! Crunch! Oh, the wolf eats the spoils, eats the cows, eats the heads, tears the shreds. Eat the thigh! Hear the cry!
No one knows. He barely speaks. And when he does, it's all nonsense. The poor man's lost his mind. I'm afraid there's no point in talking to him right now. Besides, he needs rest. You should speak to Legate Denham. All I know is they sent him somewhere. And when he came back, he was like this. If I had to guess, I'd say it's the effects of the weirdness. He's a seasoned soldier. I'm sure he's seen plenty in his life. I doubt anything could scare him enough to drive him mad. The other soldiers said he was acting completely normal before. So it's not some long-standing illness of the mind. Unless he hid it very well. But I've seen similar cases. In people who spend a few nights, or even one, beyond the Menhir's reach.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, forgive the mess. I didn't really have much choice about where to set up my things. Normally I'd be in a tavern, but, well, it looks like the tavern is closed until further notice. That means Varel's bookshop is the only place where I can read and work in peace. Oh, of course, my apologies. I'm Imran. My thoughts tend to drift far from the present. I'm a scholar of sorts, though not the kind that hides behind walls of parchment. My calling is to seek out traces of what was lost, ruins, relics, anything older than old. And yes, I'm a Pict. Not many of us wander these lands, I know. Staying in one place isn't exactly in my nature, so I travel. I learn. I dig through the bones of the world hoping to find something more ancient than mankind. If you're asking out of politeness, let's just leave it at this. I thank you for your interest, but I won't give an answer. Trust me. I could talk the hind leg off a donkey. No need to waste time on such things. Wow, that's really kind of you. So, thanks to Varel's generosity, I managed to get my hands on a certain book. Well, once a book, now it's just a pile of loose pages. However, these are some truly fascinating loose pages. They're the writings of a Dalariata scribe from nearly 6 centuries ago. Incredible, right? But what's even more astonishing is the content. This man describes encounters with people who knew nothing of King Arthur or the homelands. Nothing at all. Do you understand what that suggests? I'll tell you. It's so exciting. I suspect Avalon may have already been inhabited by a race similar to us, long before our arrival. I've traveled across much of the island, and I've come across some mentions of the people of Farpoint, a place far in the northernmost reaches of Avalon. Few have ever ventured there. Perhaps the weirdness started to gather and ruin their crops, or made hunting more dangerous. Or maybe it was some sort of conflict that forced them to seek a new place on the island. Or perhaps they simply had a nomadic spirit. It's hard to say with the scraps of information I've managed to gather so far. And so, my friend, here we are, staring down the question, or rather the flood of questions that wouldn't leave me alone. Many Picts I've known have prolonged contact with the weirdness. I thought it was just them, a bunch of lunatics, who first dared to embrace that strange force. And what if it was the first men who knew how to live alongside the weirdness? And think about it. If we could uncover how they did it, the possibilities would be endless. It could change everything. But now, I'm trying to pull together more valuable information from these writings. But honestly, I feel like I'm hitting a wall. I won't uncover anything new just sitting here. And unfortunately, I'm stuck here for the time being. I got injured on my way to Connacht, and I'm not quite back to my full strength yet. Oh, don't worry about that, really. It's more of a, let's call it an occupational hazard rather than an actual ailment. I have to give myself some time and everything will settle back into place. I'll be as fit as a fiddle, or whatever it is you say here. Yes, something like that. The Grotto of First Men. That tribal scribe detailed where it should be located. And I'm assuming you're asking for a reason, aren't you? I'd love to go there myself, but this is a matter of some importance to me. I don't want to wait for this one. So, if you're one of those bold souls who take such ventures, I'd be more than willing to entrust this task to you. Truly excellent. I'm deeply obliged, my friend. Here are the notes. They should guide you to the location. Return swiftly, and more importantly, safely. I'll eagerly be awaiting your return. The place seems to attract trouble. Not a good place, then. I'd run out of breath listing all the things that plague this place. And I haven't even been here that long. Of all the misfortunes these poor people are facing, I'd wager the men here is the gravest of them. The Red Death, troubling as it is, seems manageable, at least with the intervention of the priests. But the weirdness, shoot. If the men here goes out, these people will face a far greater peril than any sickness or human form of conflict. I heard she was a Dalariata who runs a bookshop in Connacht. I was a bit apprehensive about meeting her. I thought I'd find someone overly rattled and stripped of her own cultural heritage. But Varel, she's different. And I admire her work that she even bothers to do it. Sometimes, it feels like people have lost all interest in discovery, whether it's the kind found in verses or the kind waiting out there in the wide world. I'll get back to work.
Welcome to Varel's bookshop. No reading without buying. And if you're here for porn, kindly leave before you start. Aye. Look, I don't begrudge anybody their reading habits. Each to their own. But some things should be kept private. Aye. Not only can I read, I can even make recommendations. Imagine that. So, if you have a joke to tell, don't bother. I'm pretty sure I've heard them all. And then the shopkeeper says, it must be raining. Told you, I know them all. Maybe one day, I'll even compile them into a collection and burn it. This shop belonged to my late husband. We met on the road. I was a mercenary hired to protect the caravan. He was a fine older gentleman, fascinated with a Del Rita lass who shared his love for books. It was a lethal combination for my poor heart. We didn't get near enough years together, but we were happy. We didn't have much family left, and they couldn't care less about this place, so he left it all to me. Well, I can't just take the shop and hitch it to a cart, can I? Although I suppose that might be more or less what I need to do. I didn't hate living here, you know. It was fine when my husband was still alive. I even thought people were starting to warm up to me. And then he died, and the respect died with him. And then Camelot arrived. Everything just went downhill for there. Let me guess. Your friend's a Camlosian who's heard the Berserker potion can make a man tear a bear's arms from its sockets, and now he thinks he can be like us. Hate to break it to you, but that's no how it works. Our strength comes from battle, from blood, and that brew is Mither's ain rage running in our veins. Besides, it's a tribe secret. I might have left the Volker, but I'm no about to hand over our secrets just to anybody. Camlosians and their love for shortcuts, but fine, have it your way. If your friend thinks swallowing something will help, maybe I can lend a horn. Here, it's harmless. Mostly herbs and a bit of spice. My father used to say true strength lies in the mind. So if your friend is as determined as you say, who knows? This might be enough for them. Good luck convincing them it's the real deal. That's half the battle. Oh, expecting a weein'? Congratulations. Lucky you. I don't think I've seen a newborn in Cunicht for as long as I've lived here. Wise of you to prepare yourselves. I think I have just the thing for you. The Temple of the All-Mother issued this book to instruct their priestesses in midwifery. Speaking of which, if you want some practical tips, you should ask Nianti. She might still remember how to deliver a baby, although I wouldn't bet on it. So, when's the baby coming? Is that so? How about you tell me the truth? Oh, is it now? Well, well, well. And why can't he come home and buy it himself? I do. The question is, do you? I bet he sold you some sob story about how a big bad Delrida chased him off because he's a poor Camlosian soldier. Oh, that's precious. I chased him off because he couldn't take no for an answer. He came in and tried to seduce me. Told me he just loves to devour books. But he'd gladly do the same with me. Books, sure. Maybe for breakfast, to add variety to his military fare. When I told him I wasn't interested, he got all pissed off and called me an ugly, dumb savage. I only let him leave with his teeth intact to avoid proving him right. Tell you what, I'll sell you that book. But fair warning, I'll be sending his poor wife the story of Giron the Unfaithful, with a special edition forward for me. Deal? You presume a man like that can be taught reason? I'm afraid the book's lesson will be completely lost on him, if he even bothers to read it. He might just tear out a few pages every time he goes to the privy. Ha! Pleasure doing business with you. I hope his wife won't go easy on him. Well,
Help us soul out on your journey.
Elixirs, powder, and all. Yes, all magic is a scam. An illusion that pretends to give you something but always takes more in return. My elixirs work because they're based on knowledge and experience, not some fickle power from another world. Anyway, go ahead and read my anti-magic manifesto. I've laid it all out, why the magical plague must be wiped from Avalon. So he's just old. There's no magic cure for that. Because magic is nonsense. But science? Science has solutions. This is a blend of stimulants and enhancers. It'll make him feel like he's 20 again. Side effects? Sure, there might be some. But what doesn't come with risks? If he's desperate enough, he'll take it. If not, let him rot with his natural decline. Here, take this recipe. But prepare it carefully. Precision matters if you don't want it blowing up in your face. Or his.
Nice to see you. Welcome! I haven't seen you around before. One day, a friend of mine asked me if her new dress looked good, and I told her, "You have excellent taste." She was tickled pink and said, "Oh, do you really think so?" And I said, "Absolutely. After all, you came to me for advice." Now, let's get down to business. My name is Osmond. If you're in need of a bow or some arrows, I'm here to explain everything and offer you some advice. No. Good advice is always handy, especially when it comes from someone experienced. And believe me, when it comes to archery, I'm not just an expert. I'm beyond that. In fact, I'd be surprised if you found anyone on Avalon who knows more about it than I do. Well, find me someone else who's been doing this for over 40 years. Every aspect of it. Back in '84, I was chosen to represent Connacht in the team archery tournament. And I wasn't even a lick over 18 back then. During one round, we were shooting at targets 100 meters away. The target was the size of a small apple and the wind was blowing from the left. So, I took aim and wham! Right in the middle. Even the captain of the Camelot team jumped up and asked, "Have you got any more like this one? Maybe the boy would rather shoot for us." If you were older, you surely would have heard of me. I could have been the first of Avalon's archers. They almost knighted me. But as it happened, I joined the watch, got married, and, well, that was that. Hey, if only I'd had the common sense back then that I have now. About Connacht, what do you want to know? There's not much to say. They told us the men here's gone out, and now they want to move us along with it, but the way they're handling it, they've been here for weeks. If I were in charge of the Camelot troops, we'd have been done in 3 days. He's a good man, but that woman of his, oh, mother preserve me. She once set herself on fire along with half the mansion. Yvain nearly lost his life trying to save her. Honestly, I'd have just let her burn. She wants to go up in smoke, be my guest. It's a shame about the mansion, though. I was born here, and I've been shooting a bow ever since I was a wee lad. Even as a nipper, I had better aim than boys 5 years older than me. Around 81 or 82, I remember being allowed to practice with the adults, even though I was only 14 or so. One time, our master, we called him Uncle, gathered us in a meadow. He said, "Lads, we're gonna have a contest. Whoever shoots the farthest gets a honeyed apple and a beer from me." They were shooting and shooting, but I just took one glance, aimed, and whoosh. My arrow flew half again as far as their farthest shot. 300 meters easily. So they turned to me and went, "Come on, Osmond, we can't compete with you. You always win." Osmond, you always win. That's what they said. I could have joined Camelot's army. With my aim, they would have made me one of the royal archers. But leaving was tough, especially since the girls here love to watch me shoot. They'd squeal with delight every time. And in Camelot, during a war, who knows what might have happened, so I decided to stay in Connacht and join the watch. In the watch, I taught others to shoot. Some of them loved those lessons so much they kept practicing even after sunset. So I'd ask them, "What are you doing here? You can't even see the target." And they'd reply, "Oh, but the lessons with you are just too short, and we're really excited about archery." I kept participating in tournaments. People often bet against me, claiming I couldn't hit a bird in flight or a birch as thin as 2 fingers. I usually came out on top, earning a decent amount of money. But somehow it all just vanished over time. Then I quit the watch and began trading in top-quality bows and arrows. That's all there is to know about me. Oh, and I have an adult daughter, but I'm not sure if she's still around. She left Connacht and we lost touch. Gossip is for women and innkeepers. You should see Morag for that. She's both. She's a good one. About 3 years ago, I helped her fix her roof because her husband had died, and there was no one else to do it. She still mentions it. "Osmond, you fixed that roof better than any roofer could." She tells me that every time she sees me. As it happens, there's something you can do for me. I've written a letter to Lord Yvain, a few suggestions on how, in my view, he ought to handle this whole business with Camelot. Figured he could use a bit of advice from someone with strategic sense, a head for negotiation, and a touch of military experience. Would you take it to him? You've got younger legs, and I'd rather not leave my stall unattended. I'll give you a few coins for your trouble. Brilliant! Here you go, just don't lose it. I've only got the one copy, and I've no mind to write it all out again. Hello, come and... Leave it already. Hello, come and... Leave it already.
I wasn't expecting company.
You're not here to talk about the men here, are you? Oh, please say no. I've had my fill of that topic for a lifetime. Oh, there are far more exciting things to chat about. Like treasure hunting, for instance. You got a look about you. I bet you've been to some dangerous places, haven't you? I'm Bonksy, by the way. I'm an adventurer myself. I have a few trinkets to sell from my last expedition. Want to take a look? Oh, I'm not entirely sure. I'm just passing through. From what I understand, Camelot wants to move it to their place along with the inhabitants, but they prefer to stay. They want to live in one place their whole lives. Can you imagine that? Oh, all different kinds. Like the ones where you crawl through damp caves or cold tombs, dodge traps, and hope whatever's growling in the dark isn't hungry. Really? Oh, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, maybe I am, but I manage just fine. And I wouldn't trade this life for anything else. If I had to stay in one place, I'd die of boredom. Oh, I just take old, forgotten trinkets. They're no use for the dead anyway. It's not robbery if nobody's around to miss them. Think of it as giving treasures a second chance to shine. A trip to the caves by the bay in the south. The bandits set up a camp there, so I decided to go after their loot. After all, stealing from a thief isn't a crime, right? They were drunk, so I thought I could sneak in and grab the treasure without any trouble. But I guess I underestimated them. They caught on and started chasing me. 4 or 5 of them, I think. I made it to the exit, and then there was a giant ogre on the beach. I barely managed to slip past it, and the bandits backed off. You bet. Crazy stories like that keep happening to me all the time. I usually barely manage to escape with my life. And I owe all my luck to my magical hairpin. I picked it up from a delightful wandering merchant who goes by the name Malachi. He said the hairpin was blessed by the Lady of the Lake herself. I'll show you on the map where I last found him. You should see some of the artifacts he carries. Real treasures. Slowly but surely. In Connacht, fewer people than I expected are looking for artifacts, potion ingredients, or adventuring gear, so I'm counting on travelers. Like you. You must be interested in unique enchanted items, right? Oh, of course you are. I've got something, well, peculiar. But it comes with a fascinating story. It's a piece of armor I found on one of my expeditions. A beautiful knightly breastplate with just one tiny flaw. It screams in pain when it's struck. It's kind of funny, but I'm afraid not many people have the sense of humor to wear it. I'll let it go for a mere 200 coins. Oh no, really? Oh well, maybe another time. Unless someone else snatches it up first.
You doing okay? Always a pleasure to see you. Oh, hello there. Oh, hello there. Nice to see you.
Good to see you. I do. I've started calling it the Wailing Armor. Want to buy it? It's yours for 200 coins. Oh no. Good to see. Good to... Good to... I do... Wonderful, here it is. Oh, one more thing. This armor came with a letter. I found both in the ancestral tomb of the Gévaudan family. Oh, I'm a little jealous, to be honest. This sounds like the beginning of an exciting adventure. I chased the trail myself, but first, I need to sell off my find so I can travel light. With a full coin purse, of course.
You doing okay?
Nice to see you.
Spare a coin for the owner.
Finally, you've been gone long enough. A berserker potion. Ah, now you're talking my language. Let me have it. This looks serious. Real warrior stuff. Grail knows what she's talking about, no doubt about that. I'll brew this up myself. You've done me a good turn here. Maybe I'll even let you taste the first batch, if it doesn't knock me flat first. You know, I might not be everything I used to be, but maybe that's all right. A soldier who can't fight isn't much of a soldier, is he? Still, you've done your part. I'll make it count. Thank you. Truly. Huh. If only my lads were as dutiful and dependable as you are. A man grows old, but he stays a fool, holding on to the idea that service means something, that being a soldier is a calling. But the young ones, they don't see it like that anymore. Oh, something happened, all right. I had a second-in-command named Gert. Good lad. Or so I thought. Trusted him like a son. And what does he do? He deserts! Can you believe it? The last person I'd ever suspect of such betrayal. Unless, of course, there's something I don't know. Some of the lads said he'd been acting strange lately. And again, maybe it was just nerves, afraid of getting caught in the act. Honestly, I don't know what to think anymore. I'm not. But what else could explain his absence? I see what's happening here in Kunacht. We don't know how long this mission will take, and Gert, well, he was real close with his family. His wife had a bun in the oven when he left. Maybe he got sick of waiting for Denham to grant him leave and just went. Yeah, we do. Pure gold. Never thought I'd see the day I'd be handed a purse for Gert's head. But if you find him, that gold is yours. I know my duty, and I'll do it. Even if it breaks my heart. Because they're Denham's soldiers, not mine. I can't command them. They'd need leave to go into the field, and extra pay for finding Gert. And with those infected with the Red Death roaming the countryside, I doubt Denham's letting anyone out. But you? Seems you've got no problem wandering the wilderness. I'd owe you for that. Maybe he just got lost on patrol. Gert's never been known for his sense of direction. Or maybe the weird night caught out there, and he couldn't find his way back. Either way, I'd pay for any news, good or bad. At least then I'd know what to tell his wife. I just hope Gert hasn't met some terrible fate. Yes?
I'll await.
If only it were just one. Sorry. You're talking about the poor man in hospital, right? He's a scout. We've been preparing to evacuate the residents, and I sent him out a while back to make sure the route to Camelot was safe and clear. Looks like he tried to take a shortcut through the waterworks. That's where they found him, babbling and talking nonsense. The weirdness must have caught him. Pray to the All-Mother. Although, truth be told, although I've seen plenty fall victim to the weirdness, I've yet to see any divine intervention from our goddess. but you could help me. You look like someone who's seen a fair bit of Avalon and isn't afraid to travel alone. I could use someone like that to finish the job my scout couldn't complete. Of course, you'd be properly compensated. Take the road to Camelot, all the way to the Iron Gate, and report back on whether it's clear. Handle any smaller threats yourself, and tell me about any larger ones. The sooner the better. Think you can manage that? Great. Head out then. No need to write a report. Just come see me when you're back. I'll await your return.
Oh, it's you. You look, well, all things considered. I always knew you had to have survived. There simply wasn't any other possibility. Ah, no. Sadly not. I apologize for my forwardness. It's just, I've read so much about you. I feel as though we've known each other for ages. I've spent hours poring over the drawings of your vascular system. Enough that I'm fairly certain I could recreate them from memory. I'm so glad you're here now. If there's anything you need, please let me know. I'd be happy to help. Oh, no. That honor fell to others. I was merely a silent admirer. Though I have to say, I do think they were rather heavy-handed with you. I've heard no one had much faith in you, but that doesn't excuse carelessness, don't you think? Why, indeed. I have my suspicions, but nothing I can say for certain. Not yet, at least. You left so suddenly. Your case was in chaos. Incomplete notes, no one willing to talk. It was all very frustrating. That said, I do know a few things about what happened to you. And, more importantly, about the people who allowed it to happen. I'd need to dig through my notes, though. In the meantime, there's something I'd like you to help me with. Not at all. You're a mercenary now, aren't you? Or did I get that wrong? I simply wish to hire you for your exceptional talents. Straight to the point, I see. Oh, I do like you. You've got a sharp mind, and I'm really glad they didn't break it by accident. I need items touched by the weirdness. It's a personal fascination of mine. The way the weirdness reshapes even the most ordinary things is incredible. It can take something entirely mundane, like, you, for example, and turn it into something extraordinary and unrecognizable. Bring me a few of these items, and by then, I should be ready to share what I know about the experiments. Now, is there anything else? Those who arranged your escape from the island asylum were also the ones responsible for your capture. Everything that was done to you was at their behest. I don't know much more. They've always been incredibly secretive. Honestly, I was more focused on the results than on who was behind it all. But then they took you away, before anyone could achieve anything meaningful. I don't think so. From everything I've seen, you were just supposed to be ordinary Avalon rabble. but with the potential to become something more. I don't have all the details about your case, especially concerning the Red Death, but something must have been done right, since you're not infected now. Sadly, the research was never completed. Now, I know we've never had that kind of relationship, but would you perhaps be willing to lie down and let me rummage a bit? Well, you can't begrudge me for trying. From what I understand, your natural affinity for the weirdness was enhanced. You see, centuries of living on this island have led to more and more people developing a certain tolerance for it. Sometimes that tolerance can evolve into agreeability. It does, however, take time, so you were given a push. As for the exact methods, well, I'll spare you the gory details. Besides, at this point, you know the results better than I do. Speaking of which, would you mind sharing the details of your current state? Really? That was it? What a colossal waste. The man ran from the Red Death in the homelands. How is he supposed to help us now? All that time, all those sacrifices, were they for nothing? What use is a dead king against the plague that followed him across the sea? This may be a battle, but it cannot be won by simply hitting things with a sword. I'm sorry, I just got incensed, you know, as you should. Because it means all your suffering was for nothing. Oh, I know I don't. But I can recognize futility when I see it. Farewell for now. I'll be watching with great interest, as always. Farewell.
Ah, you must be the one I've heard so much about. A curious figure. Navigating the shadows of Connacht. Solving problems where others stumble. Allow me to introduce myself. Brother Vitus, humble servant of the Red Church, or so the official title goes. I prefer to think of myself as an architect of change. The kind that reshapes institutions and realigns priorities. The church as it stands is stagnant, weighed down by those who use it as a platform for ambition rather than service. Fabius, for instance, is a fine example of what I aim to correct. I seek reform. Nothing so dramatic as rebellion, of course. A more elegant approach is required. One must lay the groundwork, build alliances, and ensure that when the time comes, the transition is seamless. On parchment, yes. In practice, let's just say the hierarchy of the Red Church is more fluid than it appears. Fabius holds the title, but titles are transient. Influence, vision, and the ability to shape the Church's future, those are what truly matter. And in those areas, he's sorely lacking. Let him bask in his authority while it lasts. The tides are shifting, and soon enough, even he will see that he's relying on borrowed time. I'd like to ask you to speak with Anselm, Yvain's major domo. He's a man of considerable influence. He holds the respect of the people and the keys to the court. Should Yvain's position become vacant, Anselm will step into power. A useful ally, wouldn't you agree? But Anselm is cautious. perhaps even suspicious of anyone bearing the church's seal. This is where you come in. I have instructions for him. Guidelines to keep the court safe from the plague. Simple, practical advice, but to gain his trust, you'll need to offer more than words. A caravan from the island asylum is on its way to Connacht, carrying valuable supplies, plague potions, masks, gloves, and other tools for survival. Deliver these to Anselm, along with my message, and he'll see the value of our collaboration. Fabius, in his infinite wisdom, has forbidden the Red Priests from participating in the matters of the court. That's just how he is. Very eager to maintain his spotless image. Fortunately, I have no shortage of resourceful individuals willing to assist. You misunderstand me. I'm not asking you to help the church. I'm asking you to help me. There's a difference. Think it over. The rewards are yours for the taking, and the risks? Well, you've faced worse, haven't you? Should you change your mind, I'll be...
Well, look who it is. The one who reignited the men here. I must say I'm impressed. Tell me, how did you manage to do that? You've got a vivid imagination, I'll give you that. But, soul of a king or not, you clearly have a knack for getting things done. Tell me, would you like to help further? The people of Connacht are in need, and someone like you could make all the difference. The fields of Connacht are dying, their lifeblood drained by the creeping weirdness. If the crops fail, the people starve, and starving people are restless people. That cannot happen. Properly placed, they can shield the farmlands long enough for a harvest to be salvaged. It's not the perfect solution, but it's a start. And if the people see that the priests care for their well-being, they'll be more inclined to trust us. I need someone capable to handle this. Someone like you. You've seen them around, no doubt. They're simple enough in appearance, but the knowledge to craft them isn't as common as you'd think. Unfortunately, I don't have the recipe myself. If I did, this wouldn't be an issue. You'll need to find someone who knows the craft, someone familiar with the weirdness or the old ways. But be cautious. Those who keep such knowledge don't part with it easily. Secrets, after all, are a kind of power. But I'm sure you'll manage. You've done the impossible before. A druid would be ideal, of course. They hold the deepest ties to the old ways and to the secrets of the weirdness. Here they have Maggot, but I wouldn't count on him if I were you. But there may be others who might help. Furket, the local inventor, has a knack for turning scraps of knowledge into working tools. If not him, perhaps someone who deals in druidic artifacts. Collectors sometimes know more than they let on. Legate Denholm won't be pleased. He prefers the weirdness close. It makes travel to Camelot faster. But this isn't about his ambitions. It's about the people of Connacht and what they need to survive. Help me do this, and you'll have not only my gratitude, but the gratitude of every farmer whose fields we save. So, my Menhir Whisperer, what say you? Will you lend a hand and help the people of Connacht? Good. I knew you'd see the importance of this. Together, we'll keep the fields alive and the people fed. For now, at least. Once you have the lanterns, they need to be placed around the farmlands. Start with the fields of Reese and Ida. They work as a couple and have some of the largest crops in Connacht. Then head to the lands of Rob and Gil. They're brothers and, while they're stubborn, their fields are crucial to the town's food supply. Without their harvest, we'd be in serious trouble. Position the lanterns carefully. Their glow will push back the weirdness, at least for a time. It won't be a permanent solution, but it's what we need to survive the season.
Oh, hello there.
Watch over us, now and in the hour of darkness. Keep us from the reach of the weird. Oh, by the All-Mother. You startled me, but please come in. It's been so long since I've had any company. Oh, it's not your fault. These days everything frightens me. Come in, please. It's safer inside, and I've had enough of saying prayers to the walls. Ever since the weirdness took my husband, over a year now, perhaps his faith wasn't strong enough for the All-Mother, and he was punished. I have no family left. No one visits anymore, so I just sit here and pray for the All-Mother to spare me from whatever sin still clings to my soul. Thank you, dear. That's very kind of you. Here, take this. It's a charm I made. I left it by the All-Mother's shrine for 7 days and nights. May the goddess watch over you. Cruel, maybe. But gods aren't meant to be kind. They're meant to be obeyed. And if Lanford failed her, then I mustn't. Oh, I know. This land is cursed, and sooner or later, those who stay will perish. I would go, but I don't believe I'd make it halfway. The road is long, and the weirdness creeps in at night. I've seen what it does to people. I don't want to end up like my Lanford. No, but thank you, dear. I'll stay here and wait for whatever fate the All-Mother brings me. If you ever find yourself passing this way again, you could stop by. I won't ask for more than that. If the All-Mother wills it, perhaps we'll speak again. Oh, you're back. Take care.
Who is it? Oh. All right. Come on in. I'm not in the mood for gossip. So if you've come to talk, speak plainly. You'd be nervous too. If half of Connacht branded you and your husband as traitors. I wish Quill hadn't been so eager when Camelot was looking for workers. I told him people wouldn't be happy with us. But he just brushed me off. If he had just waited a bit, I could have told everyone. He was forced like the rest. As long as I don't go out too much. I mean, I don't think anyone would actually hurt me. Or at least I hope not, but still, it's hard. Being spat on by people you've known your whole life. I get that they're angry, but Quill and I aren't to blame. We just wanted a better life. That doesn't give them the right to make me afraid. In my own home. They haven't hurt me, no. But they broke our windows. Trampled my flowers. I barely leave the house anymore. Because I'm scared of what I'll come back to. We haven't done anything to them. We don't deserve this. So he won't be home for dinner. Again. Or the next few days, I suppose. Oh, bother. Fine. Fine, I'll go. Maybe she's got some news about when we're finally leaving. Thank you for coming. Here. Take this for the road. I just took it fresh from the oven. Not unless you can give our lord a swift kick in the arse. And get him to finally give the order to move. If this drags on any longer, we'll just leave on our own. And hope the road is kind. But thank you for asking. I hope the next time we talk, it's under better circumstances.
So, about that book. Do you have it?
What? That bitch! I'll teach her what happens to people who try to get smart with me. You mark my words. Thank you for the warning. I'll have to write a letter to my wife. She'll forgive and forget, I'm sure of it. Here's your money, and a little extra. You've done a good deed.
Sorry. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Here's your...
If you're here to chat, you've wasted a trip. Speak up or ship out. I've got things to sort. Well, are you standing there for a reason, or is the scenery here all that captivating? Jobs. Check the notice board outside. There's always something that needs doing, and I don't have time to spell it all out. Can you read? Can you lift more than a feather? Then there's work for you. Pleasant is for feasts and fair days, neither of which you'll find here. I'm here to keep us supplied and alive, not to make friends. If you need coddling, you've come to the wrong place. I'm Shine, quartermaster of Camelot's Legion here in Kunakt. My job is making sure this Legion doesn't fall apart from lack or neglect. A thankless job, let me assure you. Legate Denholm runs the show here, and I make sure his boots are on solid ground. He's got a head for strategy and a heart for politics. He dreams of dragging Connacht out of the muck and into Camelot's arms. I just keep the wheels greased, so his grand plans don't grind to a halt. My story? Huh. It's locked up tighter than our armory and just about as useful to you. Focus on what you need to do, not on digging up dirt. I don't know where all that eagerness comes from, but I'm starting to think if I had 10 of you, my job would be a whole lot easier. And as it happens, I might have something for you, though it's a little different from what you've been doing so far. It seems that over the past few weeks, some of our supplies have been going missing. Just small amounts, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even notice at first. But when I checked the books at the end of the month, the numbers told the truth. Someone's been stealing the Legion supplies, and I won't stand for it. At first, it was mostly just food, so I figured it must be rats and set up some traps. But not only did the traps turn up empty, the next time I checked, a hammer, a saw, and a couple of knives were missing too. I don't know about you, but I've never heard of a rat that can chew through iron. I thought I did. One of the lads, Percy, volunteered to guard the supplies. Seemed like a decent enough guy, but, well, I guess I was wrong. The next day, Percy was gone, and with him, even more of the supplies. His mates swear he'd never do that. They say that the army was his entire life, but I find it hard to believe. The problem is, the thefts haven't stopped, so I'm guessing he had some accomplices. In the storefront nearby. Maybe you'll find something, because I am all out of ideas. What is it now? If it's chatter you're after...
If nobody's working the anvil, then it means the forge is closed, and it will stay closed until Beor gets better. A woman happened. He was chasing after some girl he thought the world of. Almost ended up shuffling right off this mortal coil. One time he went to see her and didn't come back for 2 days. I looked for him all night. It was only in the morning that I found him. He was all the way on the outskirts of Kurnacht. Alive, but barely. Afterwards, he seemed to be getting better. Everything went back to normal. For a while, I could see that he was starting to struggle with swinging the hammer, until one day, he just passed out completely. Now he just lies there, barely breathing. I have no idea how to help him. Nianti, Maggot, none of them know what's wrong with him either. I told him that it's no use chasing after a girl, that she'll come to him if she wants to. Stupid kid. I feel bad for him. What do I care? Whatever happened there could have been her fault, so excuse me for not running to rescue her. I only know that she wasn't from here. Beor's wound wasn't caused by a mere boar, oh no. Hell knows what happened there. He didn't want to tell me what actually happened, but I know that youngsters in love used to visit this one cave with a spring. It was all hogwash, if you ask me. Maybe they went there and were attacked by weird beasts or something. I don't know. To be fair, I don't give a damn now, and I didn't then either. I only cared that Beor was alive.
Who are you? What are you doing here? Oh, gods. Please don't tell me they sent you after me. Of course I am. But it's impossible. I've searched every inch of this place. And there's no way out. Things still fall in from time to time. But that opening only works one way. So, I'm sorry, my friend. But we are well and truly stuck here. At least there's food. But if they move the supplies, we're done for. I don't envy you your hope. I know what it's like to lose it. But, go ahead. I remember what it felt like to have something to do.
must have spread. I didn't think there were still fools eager to walk in the shadow of my throne. I am Garrick Tarian, rightful lord of Connacht, blood of Palamedes, born to rule. my legacy squandered by lesser men. And yet, here I sit, not in a hall of marble, but in this realm of broken things. Because I made a mistake, a single, miscalculated mistake. I toyed with the wrong woman. I thought she was just another pawn in my game, a trinket to be used and discarded. But she was no trinket. She was a Bandrui, a woman of power, of the old ways, and she cursed me for my arrogance. And all I wanted was to live longer. Yes, and then some, as you can see. Eternal life. Sounds like a gift, doesn't it? But no, I was not given life. Only existence. Trapped in this mockery of a world, able to watch, to see, but never to touch. I have seen my house crumble. I have seen weak men take what was once mine, and I have seen it all from behind a veil I can never tear. This is a prison, woven from the fabric of the weirdness itself. Only those with true mastery over the old ways, druids, Bandrui, could tear a hole in reality and trap something within it. A realm that both is and is not. A perfect, unbreakable cage. For me, it is damnation. A place where time does not move, where the world unfolds just beyond my reach. A theater where I may watch but never step upon the stage. And worst of it all, it is boring. No conquests, no feasts, no pleasure, no purpose. Just an eternity of watching lesser men fumble through history. And the veil between worlds is thinning. The weirdness does not break easily, only when the fabric of reality itself begins to fray. My prison and your world should never touch. And yet, here you stand. It seems the world outside is shifting, twisting in ways it was never meant to. And when that happens, things bleed together. A tear like this should not exist. And yet somehow, you've slipped through. Whether that's for good or ill, I suppose we'll find out soon enough. Yes, I know. You think this prison blinds me? No. I see the world. I watch my bloodline waste what was once carved in iron and fear. And Yvain, he is the true downfall of House Tarion. A soft-bellied fawn, too weak to hold the reins, too fearful to demand what is his by right. He is not my heir. He is the ghost of a great house, waiting to fade. History, the great devourer. It swallows men whole and spits out only what it pleases. Palamedes, my ancestor. His name endures, woven into the fabric of Avalon like a golden thread. But me, I am the frayed end, the unraveled strand, cut away and discarded. And why? Because I ruled not with honeyed words, but with truth. Because I did what was necessary. Kunakt was mine. My name should have echoed through the ages, carved into stone, whispered in fear and reverence alike. And yet, here you stand, proving what I have long suspected. I was not lost to history. I was erased. Gracious. You mistake me for a king who begged to be loved. Gracious rulers are forgotten. Merciful kings are overthrown. I ruled with a firm hand because Avalon demands it. The weak do not last here. Did my people fear me? Perhaps. But they obeyed. And obedience is the only thing that truly keeps a kingdom standing. Tell me, would you rather be adored and forgotten, or feared and eternal? Haha, clever. But this was not history's doing. This was her doing. A Bandrui's curse, not time's judgment. And yet, what's the difference in the end? Whether by time's hand or by hers, my name is dust. My throne is tainted. and the wretch who calls himself Terry and sits upon it, a hollow shadow of what should have been. I believed eternity was the right of kings. Now I see it for what it is, a punishment, fit only for fools. I don't know. I cannot be killed. Not by blade, not by fire, not by time itself. I've tried everything, more times than I care to count. So unless you hold power equal to the one who cursed me, I wouldn't bother reaching for your weapon. You can always duel me, and die for my amusement if that suits you. Oh, now that is a bold claim. You are not the first to make such an offer, nor would you be the first to fall. What am I, to refuse a dance? Come then, let's see if your blade can carve deeper than fate itself.
Can't believe it. We're actually free. You? How did you manage to get us out of there? That I don't doubt, my friend. Oh, it's so good to be back. Funny, I didn't realize it before, but even the air in that place was different. Guess I'll go report to Shine. Honestly, I'm glad you were there with me. She'd never believe me otherwise. Can't believe I'm seeing...
What is it now? If it's chatter you're after, you'll be disappointed. Percy tried to spin me some wild story about falling into another realm. I didn't toss him straight into a cell, only because he swore you could back him up. So, what did you find? You're pulling my leg, aren't you? Tell me this is some elaborate prank you two cooked up. Oh, mother have mercy. Can nothing in this goddamn place just be normal? I may be a bit of a city woman, but you can't tell me that it's normal to have creatures made of bloody straw attacking outside the walls. And now you're saying there are cracks in the world. And does that mean I need to move my supplies? Well, that's some good news at least. I'm not gonna ask how, in case there's something about you that we'd both be better off with me not knowing. Thanks for your help. Here, something for your trouble. Born and raised, yeah. My family has an estate in the country, but I never liked going there. All that space and nothing to do. Not even a good tavern in sight. I don't know how people live like that. A military family, dating back to the Age of Conquest. My father's a general, his father was one too, and my grandfather, yeah, you get the gist. Technically we're nobility, but I've never felt like it. And I'm no good in ballrooms. Joining up seemed only logical. There aren't. It's a tough life, you know? Most women aren't built for it. That I can't, but what passes for entertainment here just makes me want to leave this shithole and never look back. Can't wait for the order to march out. There might be something, but look, it's got to stay between us, right? No, of course not. Just don't want Denholm getting on my ass for wasting time and resources. Even though it'll be your time and my resources. Well, one of our warehouses burned down recently. Completely down to the ground. When I checked what was left, I found a trapdoor. It must have been hidden under the floorboards, because I never saw it before. Problem is, it's sealed shut, and the lock looks ancient. Denholm told me to leave it alone, but it's been bugging me ever since. Yeah, I am. Really bloody curious. Can you blame me? There's not much here in the way of distractions. And who knows, you might find something useful down there. Even if it's just more space I can use for storing supplies. No, because I don't know how. I'm an officer in Camelot's army, not a bloody thief. Despite what the locals think of us, we don't go around stealing everyone's stuff. Yeah, I've set aside some of my wages. Not like there's much to spend on around here anyway. Great. Let me know what you find. Even if it's just a pile of rotten grain, I just want to know and be done with it. Oh, and one more thing. There's someone in Connacht who could help you get through that lock. Name's Filth. Lives in what's left of the Eastern Tower. Yeah, well, of all the things I've seen in Connacht, at least I know Filth is harmless and knows everything that happens around here. I've never caught Filth doing anything illegal, and as long as it stays that way, we're good.
this is unexpected. You look beautiful, you know, and you have a beautiful soul. Maybe even more than just one. I can hear them fluttering. I see their soft shimmer. Will you show me? Show me, show me. Trust me, even though filth is filth, I can be generous. I want to be generous. I want to be good. And you should feel special. That could happen. Souls, trinkets, all those that belonged to others, but are now yours, because you dared to reach for them. For you. A blessing of sophistication, or perhaps splendor. For those who have had something taken away, a blessing of absence. Even lack can be worth experiencing. Deeply and intensely. Coins, items. Items become coins. They gain a soul. A man who is a scavenger, whether he's filth or not, also possesses a soul. Strong, shimmering, fluttering. A soul that yearns. Nothing more than a mongrel. Filth. Yet I could just as well be a lord, reigning over the streets of Kuanacht. But no, that would be too much. The streets belong to everyone, along with their mud, sorrow, and cold. Filth. Both a name and a title. One cannot forget about titles. There were people who made filth aware of my own filthiness. Good people. People who showed me the right way. Let it feel special and beautiful. Ah, the gateway to the hidden beggar's kingdom. To open it, you'll need a royal scepter. A truly fancy old key, which, lucky for you, I happen to possess. I haven't been there for quite some time. I'll lend you my key, but only if you promise to retrieve something that was left behind for me. A curious cube. It has symbols and moves, and it tinkles delightfully. Very interesting and amusing. The first time I was there, I was too afraid to bring it to the surface. Didn't want others to look at it. But now, I want to have it here. Here. Take the key. Bring the cube to me. Make me feel nice. The secret of a scavenger. Asked, he doesn't tell, and at no guess does he nod. What a dull world we'd live in if people shared all their secrets. Am I right, my dear? Oh, of course not. I have my own interest in this. I hope you haven't forgotten about that already. Besides, would you really take a borrowed gift with no intention of returning it? Shattering the fragile beggar's trust I've placed in you? No, no, you wouldn't do that, would you? You know very well that such things only bring about rather unpleasant outcomes. Oh, one more thing. If you have anything that once belonged to someone else, I'll gladly take care of it. First and foremost, I am filth. And filth is at your service. Heavy souls don't rest so heavy on filth. Guards don't see filth. Their eyes glaze over when they look in filth's direction.
So, did you find what you were looking for? He sure is. As skilled as any four-dweller, ambitious as a knight of the Round Table. Only shame is, he can't seem to leave that cursed basement. You can see for yourself, he doesn't handle, well, people too easily. Sometimes I wonder if I did something wrong. The boy never looks anyone in the eye. He only lives for those armors of his, and he'd eat nothing but that cursed fish soup if he could. But his mother, may the All-Mother shine upon her soul, she always said that's what makes him unique, and that it's our duty to love him as he is. So I love him, and I support him with all my heart, but I'd rather not think about what'll happen to him once I'm gone. Maybe you're right. Maybe I don't trust myself or my own parenting. Maybe he understands more than I realize. That's something to think about. Thank you for caring this much. Please, don't return here. And don't tell anyone where Arden Shadowblade lives, for his safety and mine.
A good arm guard is incredibly difficult to craft.
Always a pleasure to see you. Safe travels, and may...